Hi there. Welcome to my video podcast, giving you a fresh start. Regina Sanchez here, your spiritual life and health coach. I am grateful that you're here to join me for a real quick teaching that I want to do on giving you a fresh start with, I probably say it falls into maybe two categories. Falls into the category of giving you a fresh start in your spiritual life and probably giving you a fresh start in your mind or in your brain, right? So grab your favorite beverage if you want. Pause this video or this podcast, grab your favorite beverage and come back and join me. I today am drinking my distilled water with my fresh mint and sliced strawberries. It is very delicious. So grab your beverage and come back and join me. So today, what I want to talk about is what attracts itself to you. What are the things that you notice there to be a pattern in your life that keeps coming up or that keeps repeating itself over and over again? And I'm sure, we all have those issues. And it's, when it comes up again, it's like, oh my gosh, I thought I dealt with this. I thought I was healed from this. I thought that I got beyond it, right? And so, it's frustrating because you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going around the mountain again. But there's some things that I'm learning in this process of healing, because I believe that we will all spend the rest of our lives needing healing in some area of our life. It could be major healing, it could be minor healing. I experienced a tremendous amount of trauma in my life, so things pop up for me, every now and then that I need to deal with. So it reminded me as I was putting together, my notes and praying about and trying to decide what I really wanted to talk to you about today, I remembered a situation that had happened to me a number of years ago, but it really got me thinking on maybe how to present this topic to you and see if it sheds any light in situations in your life. But I was having 3 situations with 3 different people in like 1 week that was not nice. They were somewhat abusive conversations. They were somewhat controlling situations, and they really were triggering a lot of emotional pain inside of me, and anger and frustration, and I don't know. I was really struggling with what was happening, so I ended up calling a really dear friend of mine who always sort of can shed the light on these situations for me. I could just go on about what's going on, and she could, have that other perspective to sort of pull it in for me and give me a little wisdom on the situation. So as I began explaining what had happened to me that prior week with 3 individuals, she really did shed some light on it. And she said to me, this was the root of something bigger. And when she said that to me, a light bulb went off, because I would bet to her the situations that I was explaining that I was dealing with 3 different individuals in my life, I bet she sat back and said, well, this is really not a big deal, Regina. But she really sensed the pain that was in my heart and in my soul, and in my entire being. So she had the wisdom, to discern and to say to me, this is the root of something bigger. So just hearing those words, from her, really like a light bulb went off. And so when that happens, I always go to my Father, and I ask for clarity, and I ask for greater wisdom to to hear what's going on. And I'm going to just take a break here and plug in my computer. Sorry about the interruption. But I went to my Heavenly Father, and I prayed about it. And I was like, what is this about? Where is this coming from? And as I began to pray, there was these words or these statements that were coming out and sort of summarizing what these three individuals in my life were doing to me, or, saying to me, that was pushing my buttons. And one of the messages was that you are not good enough and you are not smart enough. And if you've been listening to any of my video podcasts, you know that intelligence, smart, feeling stupid was something that I grew up with for many years. So the message that I was getting from these individuals was, you are not good enough and you are not smart enough. Now, were they intentionally giving those messages? 2 of the 3, I believe they were. Okay? So, to hear that recording, it was triggering that message inside of me. Now, as I was dealing with those individuals that week, that was not like in the forefront of my conscious mind, but it was triggering enough to cause pain. It was triggering that issue in me to cause pain and for me to have a hard time wanting to deal with these individuals. The second message I was hearing is, I am in control over you because you are incapable of taking care of yourself. Now, that was a big contention for me, because a record or a lie that I believed from a childhood was that I could not take care of myself. And the root of that was, when I was younger, and because of the abuse and the trauma that was happening to me, I really wanted to run away. I really did. I wanted to get out of my environment, get out of the situation, and I wanted to run away. To where? I'm not sure. I think I had an aunt that I wanted to go to or whatever. But I was young enough to know that if I do run away, I can't take care of myself. And that was a very logical deduction for me to take at the age that I was thinking I wanted to run away. And at this point, I don't remember what that age was. But I was truly too young to run away and take care of myself. So that was truth. But getting that truth and putting that truth in me at that young age stayed with me throughout life. Now, that was truth. It was wisdom that I didn't run away, because who knows what would have happened, right? So running away was not a wise thing to do. But that lie, well, I guess it's hard to say. It was truth, but it became a lie. Maybe that's a better way to explain it. That truth that I stated at that very young age became a lie as I grew older. I was not capable of taking care of myself. And that was a lie as an adult. The third message I was getting from these 3 individuals is, I need to take care of you, and I should take care of you, but I won't, because you're a bad girl. And that is a message that I believed, that I heard, that I dealt with growing up, that I was a bad girl. Whether it was God thinking I was a bad girl, or my parents, or whomever. But that was a lie that I took into my spirit, and I lived with that unconsciously. So if I was having a situation with an individual, or with my ex-husband, and, we were arguing or we were fighting about something, or he wasn't doing something that I felt like a husband should maybe do for his wife, I retreated to those words that, yeah, I should take care of you as my wife, I need to take care of you as a wife. I should take care of you as a wife, as my wife, but you're a bad girl and I'm not going to do it. Because there were many things that my ex-husband refused to do as a husband, respecting and honoring his wife. So that record sort of played along with me. But God was using these three individuals that were pushing these major buttons in my life. And he was using these three statements, or these three lies that I now had infiltrated into my heart, into my soul, into my spirit. And he wanted to refine, and he wanted to purge out of me what needed to go. So at that point, I got with my Father. I prayed and I asked for healing. I forgave those individuals that, helped instill that lie into me. I forgave those individuals that were now sort of pushing major buttons. They were not being nice people. Let me just say that. But, I probably could have dealt with it a little easier if I didn't have these deep wounds inside of me. So I went, I asked the Lord to heal me. I forgave them. I forgave myself for even holding on to the lie, right? And I just asked for him to just heal this in me and purge it out of me, that it needed to go. So the lesson here is maybe sort of twofold. Are there things that keep popping up, keep coming up, the same situation, whether it's a person that's creating the situation to be difficult, is pushing buttons in you, or situations that are happening that are difficult for you? Pray about it. Maybe there is a deeper root that God is allowing it to come up now because he wants to heal this. He wants to purge this out of you, this wound, this trauma, this lie that may be, something that you're believing or holding on to. Don't let your past step into your future, right? And don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality. Now, we all, we value people's opinions of us. We welcome what people might think or say about us, but don't let that become your reality, especially if their opinion of you is not very nice. Maybe take their opinion and see if there's some truth to some changes you need to make in your life, in your personality, in your character, whatever. Are there things you're doing to hurt other people, or things you say, or whatever, or ways you approach things? But if you don't feel that there is a change that needs to happen within you, then don't take their reality and don't take their opinion and let it be your reality, is what I want to say. So I hope this shed a little light for you on some perspective, maybe for some things that keep coming up in your life, right? That keep attracting themselves to you. And know that, you'll probably go around the mountain again until we get it. That's the beauty of being in school here on earth, right? And having God be our teacher. He's going to let us go around that mountain again until we get it, until we are free from it and we are delivered from the situation that is bringing a trauma into our life, or perpetuating a trauma and causing, unrest in your life and in your body, in your heart. Don't let it stay with you. Don't live with it. Don't believe it. Don't believe a lie. Don't believe something about yourself that causes you to feel shame, dislike, discomfort. Really grab a hold of that healing and get healed from it. You deserve it. You don't deserve to live in a life of pain and unrest and lies. So I hope this little teaching, it's not a long one, I hope this just kind of shed some light for you. And I hope that you will reach out to me if you want to just chat for a few minutes and have a little, free 30-minute discovery call to see if I can help you and coach you out of some painful situations, or just maybe shed some light on your situation to help you be in a better place. I'm here to help. Always below my video is a link to help you or to connect you to myself, to schedule a 30-minute discovery call. And below also is a link to my book that might help you, that I wrote. It's my journey with understanding that I do have a Father. I do have a Heavenly Father that loves me, and I don't need to be afraid of Him anymore. And that I don't need to think that He is up in heaven sitting on a throne pointing His finger at me saying, "You are that bad girl." I don't need to live with that anymore. That I can live knowing that He loves me. He loves me enough to discipline me when I need to be disciplined. I'm not going to say that. I will pay consequences to something that I may do wrong, but I don't have an authoritative Father that's going to punish me unjustly for something I've done. So if this has helped, if you feel encouraged by it, like it. That'll help with my, the algorithms and getting this message out further. And again, if you would like to have a consultation with me, I'd love to chat with you. I'm here for you. I love you guys. I don't like to see people in pain. So reach out. Have a great evening. If you're listening to this in the evening, have a great day if you're listening to this during the day. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that I love you. Bye.